Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, rub the sleep out of your eyes, and before your feet even hit the floor, there's a pair of glowing eyes waiting at the edge of the bed. You walk to the kitchen, and the sound of tiny paws pattering behind you is constant. You head to the bathroom, and the door barely clicks shut before you hear a soft meow, a scratch, and then the unmistakable presence of your cat waiting for you, as if you're the center of their entire universe. For some people, this might feel cute, comforting, even flattering, but for others, it can feel like being stalked by a tiny furry shadow. Why does your cat do this? What does it actually mean when your cat follows you everywhere? At first glance, it might seem obvious. Your cat loves you, right? They want to be near you because you're their favorite person. But with cats, nothing is ever that simple. Cats are mysterious creatures. For centuries, they've been symbols of independence, aloofness, and even superstition. Yet here they are, glued to your side like a puppy, shattering everything you thought you knew about feline behavior. The truth is, when a cat follows you around, it could mean dozens of different things, ranging from simple affection to something much darker and more unsettling. Cats are territorial animals. Unlike dogs, who rely heavily on pack instincts, cats often see their environment as their kingdom, and they're the ruler. If your cat follows you, it might be less about you and more about protecting their domain. They see you moving around, and in their mind, that's movement in their territory. They need to supervise, to make sure nothing is out of place, to ensure no hidden threats are sneaking in. In a way, your cat might not just be following you. They might be patrolling, making sure the most unpredictable thing in their territory, which is you, doesn't do something dangerous. But then there's the darker theory. Cats are natural predators. They stalk, they wait, they pounce. What if their behavior toward you is just an extension of that primal instinct? The way they follow you silently from room to room. Have you noticed that sometimes you don't even hear them? You turn around, and there they are, sitting, staring, pupils wide. It's eerie, isn't it? That's because you're experiencing what their prey might feel in the wild. Only difference? You're not prey, at least not yet. Of course, on the softer side, many cats simply crave companionship. Despite their reputation for independence, cats are deeply social animals when they bond with someone. If your cat follows you everywhere, it might mean they've chosen you as their family. Think about it. Kittens follow their mothers everywhere for warmth, safety, and food. When your cat does the same, they might actually be treating you as their parent, their protector, the one they rely on. That explains the constant meowing at your feet, the desperate scratching at closed doors, the endless need to sit on your lap or press against your side. To them, you're not just an owner, you're their lifeline. But what if it's not love? What if it's obsession? There's a chilling side to feline attachment. Cats can become fixated, almost possessive. You belong to them, in their mind, and every step you take is theirs to track. It's less about affection and more about control. Some owners have described it as unnerving. Their cat won't even let them use the restroom alone, won't allow them to sleep without curling against their chest, won't tolerate them leaving the house without an explosion of frantic meows and destructive behavior. This isn't just companionship, it's dependence, maybe even addiction. And let's not ignore the possibility that your cat might be trying to tell you something. Animals often sense things humans cannot. Dogs are famous for detecting seizures before they happen, or sensing cancer in their owners. Cats, too, have sharp instincts. When your cat follows you relentlessly, it could be because they've detected a change, maybe in your scent, your behavior, or even something invisible in the environment. Some people believe cats can sense spirits or energies we can't see. Could it be that your cat is following you not out of love, but to shield you from something lurking just beyond your perception? Picture this. You're alone in your house, late at night, scrolling on your phone. Your cat suddenly perks up, stares intently at the corner of the room, and then runs over to press themselves against your legs. You see nothing, you hear nothing, but your cat refuses to leave your side, tail twitching, eyes darting around the empty room. Are they protecting you, or are they hiding behind you because something is there? Maybe they're following you not to be with you, but to survive alongside you. Another possibility is much more mundane, but no less manipulative. Cats are master strategists when it comes to getting what they want: food, attention, play, warmth. If they've learned that following you from room to room eventually leads to one of these things, they'll do it endlessly. They might meow until you cave in and fill their bowl, rub against your legs until you pick them up, or simply stare until guilt pushes you to give them attention. It's psychological warfare, wrapped in fur and whiskers, and you fall for it every time. But here's the most unsettling thought of all. What if your cat's behavior is a mirror? Cats are observant, far more than we give them credit for. They study you, memorize your habits, predict your movements. They know when you're about to stand up, when you're heading to the kitchen, when you're about to grab your keys. It's not random. They've been mapping your patterns like a predator watches prey. So when they follow you, maybe it's not just curiosity. Maybe it's strategy. Maybe they know you better than you know yourself. And doesn't that thought scare you just a little? That the creature you share your home with, the one who curls up innocently on your lap, might actually know your secrets, your weaknesses, your vulnerabilities? Every time they follow you, they're reinforcing that knowledge, gathering more data. They're watching, always watching. Of course, we can't ignore the comforting interpretation either. For many people, a cat's presence is a lifeline against loneliness, anxiety, or fear. That tiny shadow following you everywhere might be the reason you smile during the day or sleep peacefully at night. It's companionship in its purest form, a reminder that someone, even if it's a small furry someone, cares enough to always be by your side. In a world that often feels cold and isolating, that devotion can feel like salvation. So what does it really mean when your cat follows you everywhere? It could be love. It could be instinct. It could be manipulation. It could even be something far more mysterious, something we don't yet understand about the bond between humans and animals. But one thing is certain, it's never meaningless. Every silent step, every unblinking stare, every meow at your heels is communication, even if we don't fully speak their language. The next time you feel those eyes on you as you walk from room to room, ask yourself, are you the master, or are you the one being studied, protected, controlled, maybe even hunted? Because with cats, you can never really be sure.